Hey, this is Lesnar of Lesnar Hoops, bringing you a brand new video to discuss the blockbuster trade my Milwaukee Bucks just made. Acquired Damian Lillard. I'm excited, but I'm not 100% so. Do me a favor and smash that like button for me. Subscribe to Lesnar Hoops if you have not yet, and make sure you're clicking that bell notification so that you can be alerted new videos drop. So, as I just said a little bit ago, the Bucks are receiving Damian Lillard in a trade where the Blazers receive Jrue Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, the Bucks 2029 first round pick, which is unprotected, and they also have the right to swap picks with the Bucks in 2028 and 2030. So, not a bad haul for the Blazers. The Suns are going to get Jusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. There's a lot of fantasy implications with this trade. So first off, the Bucks get Damian Lillard. Like I told you before in a few videos ago, the point guard video, there were some question marks around Damian Lillard, where he would end up. It was seeming like it would be Miami, but the Bucks came in at the last moment and were able to secure his services. Damian Lillard is an amazing scorer and on paper a great fit with Giannis Antetokounmpo. He can stretch the floor, he can score, he can take pressure off on offense, and he can take advantage of all of the defensive pressure that Giannis is going to attract. So, great trade in that regard, but the Bucks lack depth. If Giannis or any of these star players get injured, the Bucks seem a little thin right now, and I don't know that they can make up an injury. So they have to have a lot of things going right for them. If things are going right, the starting lineup is very strong. But you have Brook Lopez, a guy who has dealt with injuries for some time now. He was pretty healthy last year, but missed a lot of time with back issues just 2 seasons ago. And historically, he has had foot issues. So for a 7-footer that's in his mid-30s, you're hoping he stays healthy. You have Bobby Portis, who's solid. You have Chris Middleton, who was also dealing with injuries last year. You have Giannis, who's dealt with knee issues, and Damian Lillard, who himself is aging. So the Bucks window right now is essentially a win now window. They have maybe a season or two tops, I'd say. And then it might be Giannis leaving. I don't know. Hopefully not. If he does, I won't hold it against him. He brought a championship to Milwaukee. As far as fantasy implications, I like it a lot for Damian Lillard. Again, he's going to have the ball a ton. He's going to take a ton of shots. He's going to take pressure off of Giannis. I think he's going to help Giannis's game. He's probably the best shooter the Bucks have had maybe ever. Well, outside of Ray Allen, I don't want to take that away from Ray. But I like his chances of playing at the end of the year as well. Like I said, since the Bucks are thin, I don't know that they're going to be a dominant first seed. They might slide in that 3rd, 4th seed where they're still playing and trying to get playoff positioning, which would be a sweet spot that guarantees that Damian Lillard is playing towards the end of the season, if healthy, on a Trailblazers team that was probably not trying to be successful. There was a chance of shutdown, so depending on where he got traded, that was going to affect his value. I think the trade to Milwaukee does a lot for his value. So he's a 1st round pick. Normally, he remains a 1st round pick, 2nd round type of guy. The Blazers end, they received Jrue Holiday, but there is chatter that Jrue Holiday is going to be traded away to a contender. We haven't seen that happen yet, but we could see that happening soon. The Blazers get DeAndre Ayton, so they've gotten rid of Jusuf Nurkic, and now they have DeAndre Ayton, which I think really helps DeAndre Ayton's value a whole lot. He was in a situation where he was playing with KD, with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. He was never going to get the ball outside of cleanup duty. Now on a Blazers team that just traded away Damian Lillard and all his usage and shot attempts, DeAndre Ayton is probably going to be the 1st or 2nd option. So I'd say this improves his draft stock significantly. So wherever he's going now, I'm a lot hotter on DeAndre Ayton's value right now in this new situation. Toumani Camara, I don't think that has any fantasy implications right now. And then the pick swap's very interesting. The Bucks have given up a lot of picks. They gave up a lot of picks to get Jrue, and now they gave up a lot of picks to get Dame. So, like I said, I see this being a short win-now window that we got to take full advantage of. And then after that, it might look dicey unless we make some moves. The Suns, I like this move for them a whole lot. So they got rid of DeAndre Ayton. There was definitely some frustration around him on that team. I don't think they had faith that he could be that guy that they needed. So they're bringing a guy that does a lot of the same things they got from DeAndre Ayton. He's big. He can play defense. I'd say he's a better defender, huge body. He is injury prone, but he's a little bit more mature, and I think he's going to fit in really well with these guys. Yusuf Nurkic, in my opinion, has always shown a lot of potential. He did well for the Blazers. They were a playoff team several times. Playing with Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, that caliber of player is going to help his game out a lot, and his fantasy value as well. Like I said, had he stayed with the Blazers, they probably were going to be tanking the season. But now on a Suns team that's going to try to be competitive, his value is a lot more secure, and they don't exactly have a ton of big men coming off the bench to back him up. So I really like what his role is likely to be on this Suns team. And I also like what the Suns did as far as building some depth. So they grabbed Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Immediately, that's going to shore up their depth. They're role players for sure, but Grayson Allen is a guy that can play defense. He can do some playmaking. He can hit threes. I can see him slotting in and immediately helping that team. The Suns were another team that was very top heavy, a lot of talent up top, not a whole lot of depth. I think they really addressed that with this trade without really losing much. They got a good center back, not as young, maybe not as much potential, but they got a good center back that fits what they're doing right now. And they got some depth, some swingmen that could come off the bench and also play some spot minutes. I really like that move for the Suns. In all honesty, I think the Suns may have won that trade just because they were able to address so many things without really giving up a whole lot. And the Bucks got Damian Lillard, Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame bound, one of the best shooters, scorers in NBA history from the point guard position, just explosive, entertaining player. Now my concern again, we gave up Drew Holiday, who brought a lot to this team as far as leadership and defense. Damian Lillard is going to bring a lot of offense. He's going to bring a lot of leadership, but I don't know if he can have the same impact on defense. And with the lack of depth the Bucks have now, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be an interesting season. I think on paper the Bucks might look good, but I'll have to see how it all plays out when it's all said and done. I love the combo of Damian Lillard. I love the combo. I love the starting lineup. The starting lineup is potent, can shoot from almost every position, can rebound, can play defense outside of Damian Lillard, who's average at best, and that's probably being generous. Tell me what you think. What are the fantasy implications for this trade? Are you targeting any of these guys in drafts? Do you think any of these role players are in a better situation now than they were before? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Very excited trade. I'm going to be discussing other trades and other updates like this as they happen. I am going to be having another video either today or tomorrow. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but it got delayed. But I'll hopefully have that out tomorrow, discussing the shooting guards and small forwards that I'm targeting and ranking them in drafts. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the other stuff that I've already put up. Until next time, this is Brock Lesnar of Brock Lesnar Hoops. Take care.